The honourable member for Corangamite.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Tomorrow is White Ribbon Day, a national day of action urging each of us to stand up and speak out against family violence, and specifically violence by men against women and children. I want to acknowledge from the outset that men are also victims of domestic violence, but the fact remains that the vast majority of victims are women and children. Tonight, a 10-month-old baby is in an induced coma suffering burns to 40% of his tiny body after being left in a hot shower. Tonight there would be hundreds, if not thousands, of women and children fleeing family violence. Many would be in hospital recovering from injuries. And in some place, somewhere right now, it's likely that a woman is under grave threat of being killed. In Australia this year, 78 women have been killed at the hands of a current or former partner or family member, on average more than one death a week. Since her beloved son Luke was killed by his father, our Australian of the Year, Rosie Batty, has campaigned tirelessly for change, for more funding, for action, standing up and speaking out against this dreadful evil. I still fight back tears when I drive over the Westgate Bridge. How a father could throw his beautiful daughter off the bridge to her death is beyond horror. I feel the same sickness as I drive past the place near Winchelsea, where a father drove his 3 young boys into a dam to their death. 2 months ago, our government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Turnbull and Minister for Women, Senator Michaelia Cash, announced a $100 million women's safety package, more funding to support women and children stay safe in their homes. For our government, Mr Deputy Speaker, combating family violence is a national priority, because for so many women and children out there who are trapped in a cycle of violence and oppression and fear, this is a national emergency. Mr Deputy Speaker, tonight I want to speak about Monique Dennehy. She was 49, beautiful, vivacious, gentle and kind. She was always laughing, always positive. She grew up in a beautiful family in Geelong. Our families were close, and Monique was and remained a very close friend to my sister Jodie. 3 days ago, Monique was murdered. Sorry, Mr Deputy Speaker. She was murdered by her American partner in the US. It was a deliberate and calculated murder, suicide. Monique had decided to leave the relationship and return to Australia, but she never made it home. I don't want to speak about the detail other than to say Monique's parents, Faye and Frank, who both live in Corangamite, and her beloved children, Sam and Zara, are devastated and shattered beyond words. And this is a crime that always happens to someone else. But Monique's death has shown me that this is a crime that can touch every single family. Our family is devastated by this news, and our hearts go out to Sam, Zara, Faye, Frank, Tony, Jeremy, Sally, Paula, Johnny and the rest of Monique's family and friends. We have to break this cycle of violence, which in many cases is being fuelled by drugs, alcohol, rage, revenge and perverse attitudes by some men who think it's okay to hurt a woman. We all have a responsibility to educate young people, and our Watch survey found that 1 in 4 young men believe controlling and violent behaviour is a sign of male strength. Mr Deputy Speaker, tomorrow I say to all Australians, wear your white ribbon, take the pledge and please stand up and speak out against family violence. Monique, you were a beautiful and gentle soul. Rest in peace. Thank you.